Hi, welcome back to another one of my cooking videos. Today I'm going to be cooking for my tea some homemade crumpets, which I've never done before. I'm also going to be doing some spicy corned beef and potato fritters. Now the recipe for these crumpets comes from Warburton's site itself. Now the only crumpets I buy are Warburton's. I've tried all the others, even shop brand. Nothing tastes as good as a Warburton's crumpet. So I'm hoping the recipe they put on their website, which I'm using, is going to come out okay. So I've never made it before, so fingers crossed on that one. And the other one, the spiced corned beef fritters I'm doing, I've just sort of mashed all that together myself. Just sort of gone online, done a few little investigations into what is out there and just sort of adapted it to my taste. Hopefully that'll come out alright. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me. Hope you like this type of video. So let's get on over here. Enough of this old waffling and see what ingredients we're using this week for these two dishes for my tea. Right, for this week's quick dish, my dinner I'm doing. So the crumpets, we're using 150 grams of plain flour with about half a teaspoonful of salt in there. Now in here I've got about half a teaspoonful of sugar, a teaspoonful of dried yeast and a teaspoonful of baking powder. We're also going to be using about 200 millilitres of water. Now I'm using tepid water. It doesn't say in the recipe what to use, but I think tepid water will make the yeast activate a bit quicker. Now for the actual corned beef fritters, what I've got here, I've got about 300 grams there of grated firm potato, white one. Now I've put it in a cloth and I've squeezed as much water out as I can, so if you can do that, that will be fine. Here I've got about 150 grams there of corned beef. Now what I've done, I've actually got it through a fork and sort of minced it up very fine, don't too bigger bits. You're also using 1 egg with that. And in here we're also going to be using about a little bit of salt, pinch of salt and black pepper, 2 tablespoonfuls of a cornstarch, and also 1 finely minced up red chili pepper with 2 cloves of garlic in there. I've finely minced that up. So that is what we're going to be using. So let's take this over to the cooker and start off first of all what we've got to do, which is the crumpets. And for the crumpets, just put the flour, the salt in a bowl, and then your yeast there, baking powder, a little bit of salt, and then put in your 200 ml of tepid water there, and then we just need to mix that up. Right, you need to mix it up as much as you can, so I'm now going to take this over to the blender, the hand mixer, and get this mixed up. Right, so that's nicely blended. So what we're doing now, you've now got to put this somewhere warm for about 30 minutes. Now it said in the recipe 15. I don't think 15 is going to be a bit enough to get that yeast activated, so I'm going to put it somewhere warm for 15 minutes. And while we're waiting for that to do, we're going to get on and make these corned beef spicy fritters. So we're now going to mix up the spicy corned beef fritters. So potato in the bowl, corned beef on top. Basically, I'm going to mix it up a bit first of all. Give that a bit of a good mix through. Now, whack your egg in there. Oops, a bit of shell, let's take that out. Now mix your egg with it. Make sure it's all well mixed in together, so I'm going to get my hands in there and give it a good squidge. Nice word that is, squidge. There we go. And then a bit of salt, bit of pepper and chilli and the garlic. So mix all that in together. Make sure that chilli is well mixed in there. And that's it, and that mix is basically done. So what I'm going to do now is just make them into little balls, because we'll flatten them in the pan. About enough to put them to one side. That's going to be enough there, about the right size. So make all these into little tiny balls, put them to one side, and then once these are all done, I'm going to wait for the crumpet batter mix to rise another about 20 minutes, and then we're going to cook them all together. So next bit when I come back is when we're going to do the fritters and the crumpets together. Alright, so that's, that mix has been left in about half hour, 45 minutes. Now what you need is 2 pans. Now you need to gently heat the pans up. Now this one I'm actually using, I've got no proper crumpet rings, so what I've done, I've greased 2 cookie cutters there, medium sized ones, and I've got 2 of these like fried egg rings, so they're not as deep. So I'm going to do some in here and some in there. So you need to warm it up so these rings get a bit warm. Try and make sure they're level with the ground. If you've got no sort of crumpet rings, any type of cookie cutter, even if you've got a shaped cookie cutter, make some nice pretty shape for your kids if they like crumpets. So wait for that to warm up. The other pan I've got a bit of oil heating up there. So what we're going to do with the fritters, that's warmed up a little bit more. If you don't want this too hot, you need a nice gentle heat. You don't want to burn the bottom of the crumpet. So what you then do, then get some of the mixture. I'm going to put some in that ring there. These are going to be quite thin pancakes, these ones. Some in that ring there. Some in that big one there. Some in there. Put a little bit more in them too to make a bit of thicker crumpet on them. I just need to cook them very slowly, sort of about 5 minutes on a very slow heat, just to the bottom does, and eventually you should see the bubbles popping up through. So in the fritters, I think that's warm enough. So just put them in the pan, squash them down so they're flat. Wash that one down so it's flat. And that one there. Now we're just going to cook them 3 to 4 minutes either side so they're nicely cooked. So I'm going to turn these fritters over. That's nicely cooked on that side. I'll do 3 at a time, so nicely brown, nicely cooked that side. Now the crumpet mixture that has risen up in these two, and these two here is risen up as well, looking overflowing that one. But you see the bubbles are starting to form on the top there, so we could just let them bubble away, and I've put them on a very low heat, because I don't want them to burn on the bottom. So they're going to take a bit longer to do. So I'm going to carry on doing these and we'll do another batch in a minute. There's a bit of a close up there of the crumpets doing. You can just see now, it's just starting to bubble through now. So that's how you need them to come. So just continuing to cook them on a very low heat. Right, so that's one of the corned beef fritters. I'm just going to give that one a try. Nice and crispy. Bit hot. And that is nice. It's just got a nice garlic flavour. There's just got a bit of kick there from that red crushed up chilli there. So that has actually come out nice. Oh. And I cooked the rest from the tea, so I'll finish that one off in a minute. I'm just going to try and take this first one apart so I can get this ring off. And just turn it over. There we go. And just give it a few minutes on the other side just to get that one sealed off and cooked off nicely. That'll come up fine. These ones I think are going to need a little bit longer because they're much thicker crumpets. So you just see nice and lightly brown on the underside, so I'm just going to finish them off on the other side. These are coming along nicely as well. I did finish that other one off, but hopefully I can restrain myself till they're all done. Right, so let's try and turn one of these metal ring ones over. So that one looks like it needs turning over. Oop. Just cut around that and see if we can get that to drop out. Try and do this without burning yourself, of course. Ouch, which I'm quite doing there. There we go. Other thing I suggest, make sure you open the window as well. So that one needs doing on that side. Let's turn these back over. Got a little bit longer, I think. Right, so that one's turned over. So let's look at these. Yeah, they're just nicely cut caught. You don't want these ones too caught, so these are done. So let's take them out. That's done there, look nice. Let's just quickly check this one. Leave that a little bit longer. Now we're just going to try and turn this other one over now. There we go. Oop, I managed to get that one out. I did grease them rings, but stuck a little bit. Now let's try the fritters there. A little bit more on this side and then there. But I'm just going to finish these ones off now. Right, so these fritters are done nicely on both sides. So let's put them on a plate. Just get this last one done while we're just waiting for these other crumpets to finish off. Right, so let's just look at these last two, turn them over. Yeah, I think they're nicely done on that side. Looks nice and crispy. I think that one do a little bit longer. Get this one out. Right, so I was going to let these two finish off, so there's the rest of them on a plate. Two little ones and sort of one big one. That one looks nice. So I'm just going to put some butter on one of these. Give it a try. You can see it does actually look like a crumpet, although not as big as one. But put a load of butter on that one. And lashings of proper butter, not that make pretend stuff you can buy. The only decent butter comes from a cow. So lashings of butter on there. There we go. Heart attack on the crumpets. I'll just give this a little bit of try. Oh, I tell you what. The inside looks nice. Well, nicely cooked on the inside. Oh. You put a butter on, they are nice. If you haven't made crumpets before, I'll tell you what, I would certainly recommend making your own. So I imagine they would toast up as well. Once you let them go cold, they would actually toast up. So this other one's done now as well. That's it. So let's get the rest of these on a plate. Well, there you go. That's this week's dish. Spicy corned beef fritters with homemade crumpets. One there nicely buttered. Give it a try. Oh, butter dripping everywhere. Cheers, that is nice. The chilli in that, the garlic, just giving it a lovely taste. So that is a very nice spicy corned beef fritter. That is very nice indeed. And on top of the crumpet, you can do the fritters without the crumpet, do the fritters with chips or whatever you want, but that is nice. Other one, yep, more pleased with that. The crumpets come out fine. And the other two bigger crumpets I got here, I've actually come out, they're quite big. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to toast these as well, let them cool down, and I'm going to toast them and see if they taste better once they've cooled down and toasted, but this is certainly nice. Anyway, hope you like that one. Nice, quick, easy dish. So, hope you enjoyed watching it. Check out my other videos as well on there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, click that little button. It doesn't take more than a few seconds to subscribe. Do appreciate it. Anyway, until the next one, look after yourselves, be kind to one another. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.